5,
4, 3, 2, freaking yellow me low. 1.
Hey, welcome to the Brandon Gonez Show. It's your host, BG, and if you don't know where that clip came from, then you got to catch up on the shows, because Shensia was on last week and she killed it. All right, we also have a jam-packed show this week, including the fact that we're talking about height extension surgeries. Yes, you heard that right. So if you're a shorter man out there, and shout out to other shorter mans, we hear that you're swarming to LA like hawks to get surgery that makes you taller. How do we feel about that,
Why
ladies?
is it only men who are doing this?
Oh, well, maybe it's not just men. Then we're also asking this question: is there still a stigma around smoking a spliff? Like, are you comfortable, right? Are we at a time in life right now where you can go into the office and say, I got high last night? We also have a one-on-one interview with Obi Nnadi, star of Too Hot to Handle, where we discuss everything from Toronto's dating scene, reality dating shows, and all the tea. Plus, of course, we have your favorite a doing too much moment, because if you think rent in Toronto is expensive, wait till you hear about what's going down in California. And it's
ridiculous.
I like that one. Now, before we get into all of that, I do need to do a few things like subscribing to this channel, tapping that notification bell, and make sure to follow us on all of our social media. And don't forget to smash the like button. Okay, would you get surgery to make you taller?
No, I'm 5'2.5", but I feel like I'm like 6 foot. I have 6 foot energy.
I'm 5 feet tall.
Would you get surgery to make you taller?
If I didn't know what actually went into the surgery, yeah.
Burns, do you want to reveal your height
Tall
to the people?
king.
yeah, I'm 6'1".
Lies.
If you carry yourself with confidence, height doesn't matter.
Okay, I want to get deeper into this conversation, but I want to talk about this surgery because a BuzzFeed story went viral recently talking about the fact that the surgery that's happening in LA, where basically people can get their legs lengthened and can add anywhere between 2 to 3 inches to their height. It ain't a cheap surgery. It's costing people upwards of, guess how much?
$30,000.
Higher.
50.
Higher.
60. I sold. 75.
75 stacks.
But it's
American.
It's not just, you don't have to go to LA to get it done. They're doing it like in the UK, they're doing it across Europe.
Because it's getting more and more popular
It
because
is.
men, and it's predominantly men who are getting these surgeries, are going there to increase their height. So how they do the surgeries, they basically crack your legs, they crack your bone, and then
Femurs.
and they add that to the bottom. So there's not, listen, if you like to play sports, there's no even, what do you call it? Guarantee, yeah, that you're gonna be able to dunk.
I think they said full recovery is like 12 to 16 months. How much height are you actually gaining from this surgery?
You can get up to 3 inches. I want to go back to this conversation about insecurities, okay? Because you brought up a point that you believe that shorter men, let me say shorter men, okay, feel insecure.
It's a beauty standard. 100%.
But why is beauty standard even a thing?
Because men are supposed to be the dominant ones. They're supposed to be the ones who are more overpowering and can protect their woman.
But that's a visual thing. Like if you're talking about dominance and protection, that's a visual statement.
100%.
You can have a tall guy who's 6'2".
Can't fight.
When you're 5'7", you're closer to the ground, right? So if somebody tries to get you, you're more sturdy to the ground. But when you're 6'2", I just feel like you're out here like the Leaning Tower of Piazza.
It's unfortunate that it's an insecurity because short kings deserve love. I will always say this. I will always
Would you
say
date
this.
a short king?
To me,
Yes.
honestly, yeah, like I probably would.
Do you have a height standard?
5'7". I'm 5'2". That's 5 inches taller than me. I can put on heels and you're still taller than me.
But that's still a height standard. So what if a guy who came up to you was 5'5"?
Love is love. And if, honestly, are you hot? 5'5" and you're hot? Sure, I'll give you a chance.
Because that is something that a lot of shorter guys say that they deal with when they're on the dating apps. A lot of women put in their profiles 6'1" or over.
Studies actually show that in North America, only like 14, I think it's like 14.5 or 15% of men are 6 foot or taller.
Exactly.
So then the pickings are slim.
Anyhow, we asked people on the street about their take on this. Here's what they had to say. Roll the tape. Do short men get love? We're gonna ask people in Toronto and find out.
Yeah, definitely, man. Because there are also a lot of shorter girls as well, too. So it's true, man. It's true. There's very shorties in Toronto, man. You know what I mean? You already know. That's what I'm saying. Yo, it don't matter what height you are. I'm 5'6", man, but who cares?
I prefer a taller guy, for sure.
Minimum height of?
No minimum height.
My husband was the same height as me, and we were married for a lot of years before he passed away, so yeah.
You gotta be up here.
What do you mean up here?
You gotta be tall, bro.
The taller man is like a protector. So, honestly, I think that's what it comes down to.
What if he, like 10 years into the relationship, told you, hey, this is actually not my height. I was 3 inches shorter. I got a height surgery.
Okay.
Would you want to be taller?
Yeah, I want to dunk and stuff too, you know, like one day, yeah.
My answer. I was gonna say that.
Is that the only reason? Because you want to dunk?
I want to dunk, man, you know, 5'6" Asian guy, I want to dunk.
Height surgery. I mean, nobody should feel like they have to go to that extent.
Like riding the horse thing.
No matter what, I think there's always a risk with surgery. And I think anybody who's looking down at guys who are contemplating this, especially if you're a woman, know that you could be perpetuating a double standard, because there's a lot of things like cosmetic wise that women do that has become acceptable and
BBLs,
normalized.
everything, yep.
100%. And for guys, I mean, there's not many things cosmetically that is normalized. And if this is something that allows somebody to feel more confident in themselves, where they can walk around the world and say, hey, like, I'm here, you know what I mean? And I'm proud to be here and I'm happy to be here, go get the surgery. On to the next topic. Let's talk about smoking.
Smoking what?
Is there a stigma surrounding cannabis that doesn't surround alcohol? You know how people go into the office, right? Everybody's been there. And you have a coworker who said, ooh, I got lit on the weekend. I had the worst hangover on Sunday. And everybody's like, tell me the story, tell me the story, tell me the story. But do we ever hear people say like, oh, I got so high in the cloud on the weekend, I was like floating on air?
I would say that a lot of people go out and get drunk and smoke at the same time, but they leave the smoking out of the story.
There are workplaces that offer happy hour at their workplaces where they have beer taps and all these things. And
But you
I know
can't
people
smoke
who drink
inside.
and can't stop. But I also know people who drink and then they produce better work. Like in our business, when we're drinking some, you know, Hennessy responsibly, man, the show ton up.
I think there's just a lot of stigma because it was prohibited for so long.
Good
and
point.
So many people
Good point.
still have convictions. Like as of 2019, like over 250,000 people had convictions and criminal records from something that's now legal.
Great point, because I do believe there is still a lot of trauma about even saying that, oh yeah, you smoke weed, because saying that before, A, could have meant that you were gonna get a ticket, B, could have meant that you lost your job, C, could have meant that you were gonna face some type of consequence, or that you were gonna be stigmatized and labeled as something that you were not. Anyhow, we did ask you on the streets what were your thoughts on this. Here's what you had to say. Roll the tape. Love to know, do you think there's a stigma for people who smoke weed compared to those who drink alcohol?
Not for me, there's not.
Would you ever go to work and say, like, you know, you got high on the weekend?
I mean, yeah, I would.
So you'd be comfortable going into the workplace and say, hey, I got high on the weekend?
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah?
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's what's up.
You got any kids or grandkids?
Yeah, I do.
What if they told you they got high on the weekend?
Oh, I know they do.
You got the ganja on him, eh?
Yeah, she's onto that more. The older one was alcohol.
Yeah, I work from home personally, so no one's gonna mind. I don't think so, at least. If they like look at my work and then say, hey, why were you high writing this? I'll be like, oh, well, maybe.
In my day, you wouldn't say that you did weed, okay? There was the stigma back then.
Yeah.
Okay,
Even though a lot of people did it.
I went to high school in the 70s and stuff.
In the 70s?
Yeah.
I would have thought you went in the 90s.
Thank you, I love you.
Yo, you're looking good, girl. You're looking good.
I'm almost 69.
What?
Yeah.
Tell the people your secrets.
Lots of wine.
A lot of people have like anxiety and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I guess like smoking kind of helps them as well too, right? So yeah, I guess it could be a big bonus for everybody. I think the stigma will slowly go away, right?
We did it when we were teenagers, but our parents would get mad at us, but we did it. My kids did it. The only thing we ever said to them, don't drink and drive.
There you go. But I do believe, you know, maybe in a generation or two, people won't even bat an eye. And I hope that we get there. Anyhow, let us know in the comments, do you think there's a stigma surrounding cannabis use or smoking weed or whatever you want to call it? If so, if you do believe so, tell us why. In the meantime, all right, we're not going to be too chill. We're going to turn it up a little bit in here. It's going to get a little hot because we have a hot interview. Some may even call it too hot to handle. With reality TV star Obi Nnadi from Netflix Too Hot to Handle show. We got into all the juice on his boo thing that he had on the show, plus his take on Toronto's dating scene and how his life has changed since being on the show. You guys ready for this? All right, run it.
They've been in there a few days. Yeah, they're all cuddled up right now, but I didn't get to where I am today by following anybody's rules.
All right, you know him from Netflix's Too Hot to Handle, and now he's putting all of us unfit guys to shame. Obi Nnadi, welcome to the BT show.
What's going on, boss?
I can't wear a t-shirt right now, so I respect you.
Nah, it's nice out today, bro. Don't even do me like that.
No, I'm saying I can't wear a t-shirt because my guns are like deflated.
I appreciate it, but thank you very much, man. Thanks for having me, honestly.
Yeah, we're happy and we're excited to have you here. I mean, first off, I just want to like ask you, like, what was that like being on Too Hot to Handle?
It was fun, honestly. It was a good time. The people there were amazing. I had a great time. I learned a lot.
What did you learn?
I learned that a robot can actually, make you do things that you didn't think you could ever do. Like, actually sit down and talk to a girl and get to know her and like get to find out her personality and stuff like that. Like,
oh wait, you didn't know you did that before?
I feel like I knew that. I just never went out of my way to do it,
Right.
But just being in Toronto and like being in the Toronto scene and in the lifestyle and especially the nightlife, like you meet a girl, you talk to her a couple times in the club and then it's like boom, quick, done, and you're out of there. And it's like, bro, now I actually have to like get to know you and get to know what you like. And it's like, it was very challenging for me at first, but then I started immersing myself in the actual aspect of things, and I feel like I got a hang of it over the time, so I can't be mad.
Did you go on the show actually looking for love? Or were
Absolutely
you
not.
Okay.
I went on the show.
No, I appreciate the honesty.
No, bro, I'm just being real, bro. Cause listen, like when I found out about the show, like the way the casting director approached me, they were like, "Oh, it's a show called Parties in Paradise."
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I initially thought I was going on. Like he was like, "Oh, you're gonna be on a boat. You're gonna be having fun with a bunch of beautiful, sexy, single people."
Oh, so you didn't even know it was this show?
No.
What?
And I keep telling people this, and they think I'm lying. Like when I say I literally did not know I was gonna be on Too Hot to Handle. I was in quarantine for 2 weeks, waiting to get on the show.
Yeah.
Waiting to I'm like excited. I'm gonna be on a yacht. Like it's gonna be amazing.
You was ready to party.
I was ready to party, and then I get there, and I'm on a date with the first girl that I went on a date with, Jasmine. And I was on a date with her, and she goes, "Yeah, just one more thing I have to tell you. You're actually on Too Hot to Handle." And I looked at her and I was like, "Don't lie to me right now." Don't
And you knew that?
I knew exactly what the show was because
Yeah.
I watched season 1, and I guess at that time they just finished filming season 2. And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, so there's no yacht, there's no party, like no way, we're not turning up anymore. She's like, oh, there's a little bit of a party, but we gotta follow some rules in here. And I was like, what kind of rules? She was like, no sex, no kissing, no this. I'm like, no. So it's like, after I was told, I had to sign new papers agreeing to be on the show, right? Because the original papers I signed was for a different show. That wasn't it was just a made up thing.
So they were out here tricking you guys to get cast.
Bro.
Jeez.
So, so people found out and they didn't even know what it was. Like, I think Olga, one of our castmates, she found out and she was like, what is that?
So give us a bit of like the insight, like, you have all these rules and then you have like the best looking people on the planet. Like they look like they just got ripped out of the magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what's going down on the inside? Like
I'm gonna say like there was a lot of emotions, but the one that I can vividly remember was you can have any of these girls and you know that. Deep inside you know that. But this is a little bit tricky because there's money involved.
Right.
And as a Nigerian, it takes no, I'm being so serious with you right now, bro. Like as a Nigerian, bro, I don't play with my money. I do not play with my money, bro. So it's like as soon as I got in there, I was like, listen, you can either chase the punani or you can chase the bread. And I chose to chase the bread, And this is just me being 100% real with you, bro. I literally sat there and I was like, listen, I don't have $200,000.
Yeah.
If I have a chance to win $200,000, there's nobody in the world. There's nobody in the world that's gonna tell me that a kiss or sex or anything like that is worth more than the money. I was like, no. I'm here for the bread.
But people fall victim to it.
Oh, 100%.
Did you ever catch people doing the
smashing? Oh yeah, I was ripping people every single day, bro. Like Nathan especially, bro, he got the most out of me. I was on his ass every day. But yeah, no, there was a couple people in there that like, I don't know, they might hate me till this day because of how like very animate I was about like, like every time they spent money, I think it was like $6,000 for a kiss. Yeah. So every time they spent money, like you could just see my frustration growing and growing.
Well, that's the down payment on a house. You know what I'm saying? So anytime that money goes down, you're like, it's a smaller and smaller house.
Yeah.
Well, you did have a love interest. What was her name?
Brianna.
Brianna,
yeah, Bree.
A lot of people were like wondering, like they wanted to see more of you guys on camera, and they felt like there wasn't enough like camera time between you two. Did you notice that after watching it back? Did you watch back the show?
Yeah, I mean, sitting down and like watching yourself go through all those emotions all over again, it was very overwhelming for me. But when I did take the time to sit down and watch the whole thing, like swear like 2 months later or something like that, I noticed that I actually like, I could see myself and I'm like, bro, you really like this girl. Like, I can see it. And yeah, I also saw the fact that, you know, we got cut out a little bit closer to the end, but.
Why do you think that was?
I couldn't tell you, honestly, because we were developing something and it was something real. And I guess maybe because we weren't, you know, spending money, and I think maybe that's why they kind of cut us out, because I guess we were born. We were just like focused on actually getting to know each other, which is weird because that's the entire part. Yeah, that's the whole point of the show.
Yo,
so.
I'm gonna be real with you. I saw some TikToks and people were saying it's because they're black.
Yeah. I mean, there is that narrative.
Everybody knows I just say it how I say it. Like, it is what it is.
I hear you, bro. Yeah. I've seen those as well. You know, like I choose to not listen to that narrative because I feel like Netflix is a little bit better than that. You know, like they would never go out of their way to like disclude. You know, I mean, they invited us there, so why would they not include us as well? So I mean,
so do you and Bree still talk?
Oh yeah, we talk all the time, and there's a lot of people that would be mad about me answering that question.
Why?
You know, just in Toronto, you know, the girls, and there's a little bit of
situations happening.
Yeah, let's call it that situation. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly,
okay, well, let's talk about it, because I mean, are you single right now?
I like this, bro.
No, but are you single right now?
Yeah, I mean, again, there's a lot of people that would get mad at me answering that question, but yeah, I like to think I'm single.
Hold on. Brandon,
don't do this.
I have to, bro. I have to, because now you're giving me politician and I want clarity.
Hey, rapid media train, man. I can do this.
You like to think? Or?
But you know, to be honest with you, I don't call anybody my girlfriend.
Okay.
You know, so I guess in that sense I am single, but you know.
But some girls think that you're their boyfriend.
Brandon.
Because sometimes people can have a perception of things that isn't based in reality. Because let's be honest, you're a good-looking guy, right? You have clout. Like, no, you have clout. You've been on a world-recognized show. People know who you are.
Yes, sir.
You know, you clearly seem like a good guy, like from what I know from you so far. So who wouldn't, like, if you're a girl, you know, out there and she's talking to you, anybody would probably want to claim you as soon as they can.
But
we could talk for real. Like,
okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a big part of me that definitely wants to settle down and definitely wants to be in a relationship. But and you
probably say that to the girls.
Yo. Oh man, you're not making this easy at all, are you? Yes. This speech has been said a couple times, but I will keep it real with you that, you know, because of the fact that I really don't even know where I'm gonna be in the next like 6 months, you know what I mean? Like I have plans on moving out to LA, I have plans on like, you know, so it's like there's a lot of different things. Like me settling down right now is not in the works. Like it just doesn't benefit me in any way whatsoever. So it's like I'd rather move solo on my ones and like try and figure out my life first and make sure that I'm good, you know? You know, not a lot of people know this about me, but it's like I struggle with, you know, loving myself a little bit because it's like, like, you know, you put on the persona and you're like, you know, you're a happy guy, you're like, you know, and everyone's like, you know, just like you just say, you know, he's good looking, he's got clout, he's got da-da-da-da. But it's like deep down inside, it's like I fight a lot with myself about like if I'm accepted, you know. We all have that feeling of like, do people actually like you or do they just know you? You know what I mean?
You for you.
For you, exactly. So it's like, and I feel like, bro, you can't really love somebody until you learn to love yourself first. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm going through that right now, bro. I'm going through that right now. So it's like, every single thing that I do, it's focused on me.
You're putting yourself first. It's essentially what you're saying. Exactly, like you're using this time to discover and find out who Obi is. What does Obi love? What does Obi want? Who does Obi want to see himself? Like all those things. Like that's called growth. You're in that moment of growth. You're looking for clarity.
That's the one. That's the one.
They usually say when you're least expecting or you're not looking, that's when the person pops up.
Damn, you're good.
I'm just talking from experience.
Yeah, bro.
Damn, am I wise?
Yo, no, it's fast though. It's fast though. You're spitting fast.
So you're not originally from Toronto. Many people don't know this. Where are you usually from?
So, a little bit of a background story. I was actually born in Nigeria. I lived there for like the first half of my life, and then I moved to Canada. I lived in Winnipeg, Manitoba when I first moved to Canada.
The cold of it all.
Oh, it's cold. It's cold.
Freezing just thinking about it.
Freezing cold. It was a culture shock. It was massive for me. Like, it was the first time I ever seen snow.
Yeah, because where you don't get jollof rice.
Yeah, you know.
Not in the peg.
No. My mom took care of that, though. Like, she had that on lock. And then I moved to Toronto.
Yeah.
And I started going to university at Ryerson.
How do you describe Toronto's dating scene?
Oh, man. Don't do this, man. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Toronto's dating scene is, there's no dating scene in Toronto.
What do you mean?
There is no dating scene in Toronto. You call a girl your shorty and like she's hanging around with you for like a couple of days and that's it.
Damn.
There's no, like, I'm dead serious,
Yeah.
and this is not from my personal experience.
Yeah.
This is like for me just like looking around and like seeing what my friends are doing
Yeah.
and like how they're handling relationships, and I'm like, ain't that your girl? It's like, nah, she's for the streets.
Do you
I'm
think
like,
that's just a
what does that
Toronto
mean?
thing,
Like when I go back to Winnipeg, like all my boys are in relationships. I'm like,
Yeah.
like 3-4 years deep into relationships, like talking about marriage, and like, I'm like, so like you really like her? And like that's your girl? Like
Yeah.
your girlfriend? Like you just trying to make sure, you know? It's like, yeah, bro, we live together. I was like, you live together? I was shocked when I found out that like out here you can have 3-4 girls at the same time.
But I don't know if the girls know that.
Bro, the thing is sometimes they do.
And you think they're okay with that?
I don't know if they are, but they know. Don't act stupid, bro.
Yeah.
These girls, they know, bro. They know when you're messing with another girl, and they're like, as long as he treats me cool, I'm calm with it. I'm like,
You know, on the show we were talking about like, one of the topics was about like there's this new surgery that a lot of guys are going to LA for. It's called a leg lengthening surgery.
bro,
Have you heard about this?
I just seen something about that in that group chat today.
So
bro.
what do you think about that?
A girl on the show, I don't know if you've watched the whole thing, but a girl on the show called me short. And then, you know, we finished
And
the
how
whole
tall
thing.
are you?
I'm 5'11".
Right.
So we finished
Were you
the
shocked
whole
when you heard that?
I was shocked,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it made sense because all the other guys, they were like 6'4", 6'5",
Yeah.
you know, like, and I'm like, nah, she's just a hater. She's just a hater. Bro, I get to TikTok.
Yeah.
Tell me why short king is trending. It's actually trending. Like you go through my comments, you'll see it.
Yeah.
Short king. I'm like, just because you put king behind it doesn't mean it's not disrespectful.
Right.
Like, you're not gonna call me short. Like, and it's a real thing, bro. And, but you know, I ride with it. I joke around with
Yeah.
people. I call myself short because you know, like, but I mean, I know I'm not short. Like,
Yeah.
I've been with shorter dudes before, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good for myself. But I don't know, bro. I don't know
Would
if
you
I
ever
would
do
ever.
the surgery?
I don't know if I would ever put my body through that.
You know, here's the thing. I want to ask what the people are thinking in their minds. And I know a lot of girls are wondering, what is your dream girl? Like, describe your dream girl.
I don't know if I have a dream girl. I feel like anybody that kind of like I vibe with, and like, I mean, of course you gotta be good looking, but like, you know, and it's more about the vibe for me. Like, I look at a girl and like, bro, like I've seen so many attractive girls, and like your looks do not impress me.
What impresses you?
Like, I want to know what's up here. Like, oh, can we make money together? Like, you know what I mean? Like, can we, you know, like that's my first thing. Like, are we about to build some crazy, like, you know, like, can we build a dynasty together, or are we just like gonna be chilling and playing 2K and watching Netflix all day?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I can only have sex with you for so long before I want, you know, more. Like,
You want substance.
exactly, bro. I need something deeper, bro. Like, in my head, bro, the perfect girl is a girl that knows more than me.
I think a lot of people are going to be surprised to hear that from you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I think people like look at like, you know, Too Hot to Handle and they think like, you know, it's a vain show and they can't see behind the looks, but they're like talking to you like there's so much more. Like you can clearly sense that you have like this business sense, you want to build something. Like what is life like after the reality show for you?
I have my hands in different pockets right now, and I love it because I've never been so busy in my life. You know, it's stressful. The bags under my eyes are getting they're
Bro, as
getting
long as
deep.
you're securing bags.
But that's what I mean,
Yeah.
though. It's like, but I'm securing a lot of things at the same time, you know. And I like, I've been doing a little bit of modeling. I've been doing a little like, I'm getting into acting again, and I'm getting into like, I'm working on my fitness plans and working on my workout plans and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, bro, there's so many different areas that I could take this whole thing, and it's literally up to me to choose. Like, but,
So you got the fitness thing that you're working on,
yeah,
and then you said you're doing the modeling.
yeah.
Anything else you can give us a bit of exclusive information on?
It might be another TV show in the works.
Oh!
I don't want to jinx it. I'm picking my battles,
Yeah.
you know, but there's a couple things in the works for sure. You know, so I'm gonna leave it at that. But if you're watching this, you can definitely check out my website, check out my
know.
fitness plan, you know. I got a couple of things in the works as well, some new stuff coming out every month. So if you're ready to get that summer body, get at me.
Well, I'll be getting at you because I need to learn.
Yeah, don't worry,
BG's just
don't
to be
worry.
like, Obi
Yeah,
very soon.
bro. Yeah, bro. We
T-shirt
gonna get
off.
you.
You get what I'm saying?
Come on, we're gonna get you outside, bro. We outside this summer,
It's
so
six
don't
pack.
worry.
Well, you know, Carabana's happening this summer.
Yeah, bro. Okay, so this is my whole thing.
Yeah.
The first year that I wanted to go to Caravana,
Yeah.
it was also OVO Fest.
Oh, so you chose
Right?
OVO
So I
Fest.
chose OVO Fest over Caravana. So
Okay.
this year, I'm gonna do it at the maximum level. I'm coming outside.
Are you gonna play mass?
Yep.
Oh, ladies. Jeez.
I said.
Leave a few for the rest of the guys.
No, I know. Listen, but like I've talked to a couple people about it,
Yeah.
and they told me it was a good idea. So, I mean, I've never done it before, but I assume it's fun.
Yeah.
It's just.
Well, you gotta practice your waist wine. Mm-hmm. Okay. No, seriously. Like,
Hey, yo, I'm born with that.
Oh.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm born with that.
Hey, Obi, want to thank you for coming on the BG show. We wish you the
Yeah,
best, man,
man.
and keep us posted on everything that you're doing,
Yes,
especially
sir.
these secret projects you're working on.
No, it's not
we want
even
the
a
exclusive
secret, bro. It's
information.
It's not a secret, but I got you, bro. I got you. Thank you for having me, bro. Appreciate that.
Would you guys ever go on Too Hot to Handle? Would you go on a dating reality show?
100%.
No,
You think you would find true love there, though?
I think it's all for the fame.
I'd bring limelight to the show, no problem.
Well, you would definitely be doing too much. No, she would be doing just enough, because that's who Kelly is.
Doing it just right.
Listen to this, and no joke, 14 people living in a, not a one, not a two, but a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house in California. The name of the town, Dev?
Palo Alto.
Okay, yes, you heard me right. 14 people in a 3-bedroom house. Now, they get around the obvious space issue by sleeping in pods that are, listen to this, 8 feet tall and at least 6 feet long and just a few feet wide. Take a look at this, put it up on the screen, because I don't even know what to say about this, because despite not having their own bedrooms, they are each paying upwards of $800 each to cover rent and utilities for the $8,000 a month property. That's how much rent is in this town. And I know everybody's talking about how expensive rent is in Toronto, but guys, I mean, we're inching closer and closer and closer to that amount. So the co-founders of the shared living space seem to think it's a great idea, and we think that they're doing
Too much.
But a few things to remember, we do drop news you can use throughout the week, so make sure you keep it locked on our channel, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Tap the notification bell, smash that like button, and follow us on all of our social media. The details are in the description below. We'll see you, same place, same time next week. Love you for watching. Hey BG Squad, thanks so much for checking out our channel, and listen to this, we have more great content for you, like this video right here, and this video right here. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to this channel right now and tap that notification bell.